There we go. Got to get that camera going. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. We're getting started on our stream this morning. We got our crafters and gatherers up to level 30 last time. And we'll be focusing on adventure today. I did some fishing offline just so we wouldn't, because it was time sensitive, we could only fish during the evening. So rather than wait around for that time of day and go fishing, I went ahead and did that offline. And there's a brief recap of what we did. We were in Costa del Sol. Had to fish up some full moon sardines, so I did that and caught a couple of, had to catch like 10 of those, I believe. So anyways, we have gone ahead and gotten ourselves here back at Limsa Lominsa so we can turn those in and continue the story. So here's, let's see, Mr. Toctix. The 10 fish of Moonful is for Toctix. Yes, they are. Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. Ah, first eye catch of lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of Toctix. Toctix has dreamings to taste lovely fish. Friendly fish, Fishbringer has made true Toctix's big dreams. Glory tales of Chucharoon are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Toctix makes sure every Gabi knows Fishbringer fairy legend. Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast trading goblins is liable to bring you fortune. Although you might want to find a less pungent title so as not to drive away other prospective patrons. But what's in a title? That which we call a Fishbringer by any other name would smell as sweet. And let's see, we got pants and gloves. Alright, let's see, the feet would give us an extra 1 perception. Let's see, what about the head? Oh yeah, that would give us more perception there. Let's do that. And Fisher's almost ready for that level 35 also, whenever we get around to doing that later in another stream. Here we go. Oh, and the fishing rod went to my inventory. Yeah, it's we're gonna have, I need to do some cleanup offline, it looks like, of this as well. Go ahead and desynth a few of these for now. Get our desynth skill boosted a little bit there. Should do. Oh, okay, we don't need that anyways, because we crafted a high quality one for ourselves earlier. Alright, well, we're ready to move on with our story here. Our Black Mage is a whopping level 45 currently due to this Road to 80 buff that's on. And let's see, we need to go speak with Landonel. We went to Costa del Sol as a Black Mage last stream. We're learning about Titan and what we need to fight Titan. get rid of him. So they sent us to Landonell, who is in the South Shroud at Camp Tranquil. So we'll head over there and see what they got going for us. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So, this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Anne. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha, you amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Trial by turtle. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Anne. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. I don't think so. There is our marker. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end? Ahaha, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanlin. In Forgotten Springs you will find a man named Uad Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Anne. Okay, so at least we unlocked Forgotten Springs earlier when we were going for some mining, getting some bomb ash out here. to the east of Forgotten Springs. So we can just port over there instead of having to ride all the way down from Little Alamigo. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Wiscat sent me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Let's see, we get some purple dye and pick a materia. Pick the one with critical hit. Level 31 quest now. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills. Instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready, even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior, and bring to me his necklace. Okay. Let's see, there's our marker on the map. Alright, put this spear here. And let's wait for him. And back to see Uad Nun about this. Oh, what's this down here? We got some kind of Big monster. Yeah, ooh, level 50. Aggressive. Looks like an S rank hunt monster. We'll steer clear of him, as he would easily kick our butt. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Here's the necklace. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. And let's see. Don't think we're gonna need that. Let's see. Intelligence 5. Oh yeah, that won't be needed. When the worm turns. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sigoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Thank you for the warning and the information. There's one. Got that. Now let's go place that. Got that knocked out. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Anne. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Weisscat. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know naught of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Weisscat's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. And let's see, we don't need those. Yeah, what we have looks good already. The captain was always fond of this brandywine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Aye, Weisscat was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Anne. Back to Costa del Sol. Okay, let's see here. Well met, Anne. Landel and Uad Nun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Some onyx brandywine. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Maybe some pants we could use. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls Dock and speak with Ozan Nazan. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Alright, let's go. What's the hurry, Venturer? Yeah? Something happened over at the Gabi settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yes, I am. There's an etherite we should grab there before we head over to our quest marker. Don't need the leave meats. We can go over here and speak with this Kloon. Yeah, treasures and tribulations. Fancy yourself a romantic friend? Do you oft find yourself gazing off into the horizon, yearning to travel in search of storied relics left behind by the heroes of yore? Yes, you say. Then do I ever have a proposal for you? I was accosted the other day by a slobbering drunkard. Bear with me now, I assure you this gets better, who most eagerly regaled me, from what I could gather amid slurred speech and copious amounts of spittle, that is, with the tale of a treasure map he had stumbled upon in his travels. I don't recall the particulars. I was emptying my innards of some foul swill at the time, you see, but it sounded rather convincing to my ale-addled brain. Well, what I do remember is that the fellow mentioned striking out at first light for Raincatcher Gully to visit a miner friend. Should the prospect of hunting for hidden riches set your heart aflutter, I reckon you might still find them there. And it looks like he is just around the corner here. Hidden treasures? Ha! Another gill-crazed greenhorn reeled in by Ealdwine's tall tales, eh? Yes, Ealdwine. That's the doddering fool's name, though, mind ye, I've not known him to limit his consumption to any one type of brew. I saw him just the other day, I did, clutching some tattered, piss-yellow parchment like it was made as solid mithril. This ish my ticket to fortune, he blabbered, not half so eloquently, mind ye, before stumbling out the tavern doors, and promptly falling flat on his mug, like as not. Did I see the map myself, you say? Did I ever? Why, the fool shoved it in my face so many times that I swear the mold left the page to take up residence in me nostrils. 'Twas a mess of blue and brown splotches that Ealdwine swore was Camp Bronze Lake with a big red X to the southeast. You're not thinking of going there, are you? Take my word, you'll find naught but a sorry drunkard and his sack of broken dreams. But we may go there later. Another time. Anyways, if you're just now joining us, welcome to the stream. We appreciate you being here. How are you doing today? Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. Drop a comment in the chat if you would, or if you just prefer to lurk, do that as well. We're happy to have you here watching regardless. We are focused on doing our story today. We got our crafters and gatherers up to 30-ish on the last stream, even fishing, so we're all caught up there. Just working on getting access to Titan now. Psst. Tongue flaps of Wyscat be reaching ears of Brayflocks. Uplander has come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased gobby flock from homes. Gobby flock needs goodly Uplander gives safety to Longstop with much hand-lending. Okay. So let's lend him a hand here. Alright, we'll open up our duty support then and get this underway with another thaumaturge, of course. Let's see, Brave Phlox's long stop. And we're off. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Pathfinder. Copy flock in danger. Uplanders take gate key. Open head gate. Alright. I will grab Takey the head gate key there. Fairly short trip to the first boss there. Alright, let's Longstock greatsword. West and south. We don't need to take on those. Alright, let's do this. thanks for turning him right towards our thaumaturge there. Yeah, Greyfox just wants to make sure nobody's left out of the action there. Infantry gloves. That's not something we'll use. Okay, on to the next. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're in our first dungeon today. Trying to get access to Titan now. We are collecting ingredients for some big banquet, it looks like.
There we go, got that mapped out.
Okay. Okay. Fly away, fly away. Battle Mage's Road. Alright, let's see. Hey, there we go. Some new stuff, finally. That was good. We got that hat a while back. I was hoping we'd be able to make use of that if we didn't get another headpiece in the meantime. Anyways, welcome to the stream today. If you're just now joining us, how are you doing? Let me know. Drop a comment down in the comment section, or if you just want to lurk, that's fine as well. We're glad to have you here regardless. Well, just enjoy the atmosphere while we take on this adventure. We're in Bray Fox's long stop here. The quest is the things we do for cheese. Collecting ingredients or foods anyways for a banquet that's coming up. We're trying to get access to Titan today. And so the company of heroes is making us go jump through all kinds of hoops to collect these items that we need. But that's okay, we can do it.
Update. Yep. See anything back there. No chest or anything. We won't worry about that guy. He might drop one, maybe. Let's just get on with this. There we go, mapping the realm. Well, that thundercloud is procking like a lot. That's great. That's one of the fun things about duty support anyways, is you can use your limit break whenever you feel like it. Well, for a lot of the duty supports. As long as one of the AI characters doesn't decide to use it, which some do, it seems like. Alright. Let's see. So we leveled up our battle mage, our black mage, up to 47. Got 2 levels running that dungeon. And we got some Krakos, as well as a hat. Oh boy, this would be nice. Let's see, everything went to our armory chest. There we go. Nice. Got 3 pieces of the battle mage gear just for running that. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Oh yeah, got good fighty think. Brayflock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda, Brayflock's every say. Okay, well thanks, bud. And we need to take the cheese to Weisket. I'll just pour it over there for now. Oh, Paladin's arms. Go ahead and unpack those. All right. We can do something with those later. I gather you solved Brayflock's little problem? By the gods, that unholy stench. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. We should not need the boots because we got the Krakos in there. Level 32 story quest. Bravo, and thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Over at Wineport. Yep. So let's pour it on over there and jump through whatever hoops they're going to make us jump through. Sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Deerstwitz and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Oh, so they must be blind. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Weisket must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bierglund, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. I take it he said no? Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsalominsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bierglund to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Well, let's see what we can find. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Bacchus wine? Ah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my God's damned house. Yeah, that would suck, wouldn't it? No luck, huh? Most regrettable, but we had to try. Ah, but Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogmoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. And we gotta pick one. Let's see. We want intelligence. If we ever use it, that is. Level 33. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I cannot bear to disappoint him. Aye, have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works in the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritzskilt can tell you where to find him. So let's go see what this Ritzskilt has to say. If you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. We appreciate having you here, whether you're chatting or just lurking. Hope you enjoy the atmosphere while we're on our mission here to find out more about Titan and creating a banquet of some sort, apparently. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing okay. Day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Drop a comment in the chat if you would, or if you just want to lurk, do that as well. We're fine with that. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. I think I skipped one there by accident. That's all right. Let's see, we're high enough level. These won't give us any trouble. Hello, dressed. What do you want? Some Lomani Rosso. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Oh, level 48 now. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. All right, let's make some midges go away. Get out our little helper here. We gotta take out 5 of those. Okay. Two more. Oh, there's 2 more together back here. Let's go grab them. So we have to come back here anyways. All right. Go report our success to Mr. Dressed. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. And some more potions of intelligence and mind. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. All right. It has been some time, Anne. What news do you have of Dress? Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Anne. Oh, we're going to get us a little Gubu Sproutling here. All right. By the gods! Anne, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. All right. Well, if we can make the awesome wine, that will make a lot of people happy. Well, that didn't work very well on the stream. Yeah, I've got websites filtered out there. We do have our blogs and a streaming schedule at www.zenlifeenterprises.com. Yeah. You can tell I'm a noob to streaming for sure. Getting things set up over time here. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast? If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Ha! I laugh in the face of danger. All right, our purple event point. Thanks, Choco. Alright, so Lomani will like to have that. What did Drest have to say, Anne? Tell me everything. Ah ha ha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Beerglint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. And I just happened to carry it out here with me even though I thought there was nothing going on. Okay, whatever. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gegaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Anne. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray, deliver the wine to Captain Wyscott. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. All right. That one finished. Let's go see what else is in store here. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that... 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus! Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Anne. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Alright, a little goo-boo. Level 33. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. And I changed my clothes while I was away, too. Lady Ashtola! Lady Adventurer! 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Anne has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, aye. Fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Anne with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Anne, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Psst. Wily Uplander is talentful plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags and Adventurer, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. An adventurer, Titan's Bane. An adventurer, Titan's Bane. Woohoo! Yeah, let's just hope we don't disappoint them. And let's see, down here, talk to the bronze-skinned beauty. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Alright, let's try this exotic feast. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Huzzah! All right. And then promptly forget. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa-Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Good advice. Psst. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Okay. Ah, Anne, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Anne. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Anne. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Agreed. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenoska. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at his 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you'll see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. So we got to make our way to Bronze Lake, which is in Upper Lanoska. Let's go over here to Wineport, and we'll travel over there. And thanks for joining us today. We're on our way to fight Titan, it looks like. We've just gone through several strange trials to get some ingredients for a banquet here. Hey, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing all right. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Let us know in the comments, or if you just want to sit there and lurk, that's fine too. We don't mind it. We're happy to have you here enjoying the atmosphere with us. Oh yeah, and we can knock out this treasure hunt quest here that we picked up on our way. Good old Eldwine. Who goes there? Wait, don't tell me you've come to help old Eldwine dig for buried treasures. Well, I'll have you know, I'm faring just fine by myself. Just look at that, the beauty over there. Not that I can blame you for being jealous of me vast riches. Lucky for ye, I'm feeling generous today. So, here's the deal. I'll give you the honor of opening my latest discovery. That's right, for one precious moment you can walk in the shoes of Edelwine, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Go on now, the casket won't bite it or nothing. Well, the casket might not bite, but let's see what it spawns. All right. Poor Choco got paralyzed. Seven hells, where did those nasty bugglers come from? Why, if I had my trusty pickaxe with me, I'd have split their skulls clean in it, too. Where in the world did those things go anyway? What's this? Look, old Eldwine's had the finest Eorzea hash to offer from the Drowning Wench to Busker and his druthers, and he ain't seen nothing like Great Byragot's gut. It's a trap, that's what it was. Opening the casket shattered this here bottle, and this foul slop poured out, luring them nasty buggers with its stink. I told you to be more careful. Now hand over the loot. You may have opened the casket, but 'twas old Eldwine what did the dirty work. Wait, that's it? You gave me everything? Why, I got more last time I sold me undergarments for grog money. You aren't hiding nothing from me, are you? Well, it looks like we've got no choice. We've got to go out and search old bigger and better treasures. Not the same treasures, of course. I can't hold your hand forever. So sit back and let old Elwine impart to you proper trove of knowledge on treasure hunting. Firstly, you find yourself a map. Once you have your map, then you decipher it. That means you look at it nice and good like. Then, when you figured out where your treasure's hiding, you go there and you dig it up. Sounds simple enough, you say? Huh! I might make it look easy, but I can assure you it ain't. Treasure hunting demands sharp eyes and a sharper mind. But don't be discouraged. Hone your skills like old Eldwine and the treasures are sure to follow. Now, if you'll excuse me, my throat's feeling dry. Okay. This won't even buy me a swig of the wench's cheapest grog. What's a man to do to drown his sorrows? And we learn decipher and dig, which we can use for treasure hunting at some point. Nice. All right, let's continue on. Our first time here. There we go. That unlocks our fourth location. Hello, Rio. Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, 'cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Lord of Crags, level 34. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetheryte, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with him. He speaks of an unamplified Aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Anne. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlian lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogmoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ugmoral mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have a Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Omoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherites in question happened to be... Ah, yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worthy of my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Alright, well, let's go. Check this out. These guys are 34. Yeah. Still too low to give us any trouble here. There it is. So, this is the aetherite the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papayimo speculated. In its present state, this aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Anne. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Okay. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Alright, we are ready to fight Titan. So let's get over to our duty support. See if we can manage this with these guys. This ought to be interesting. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above. She uses our Aetherites against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsalomensa and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. He is come! He is come! The Lord of Crags, Titan, is come! Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, the myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Good job dodging that, Conjure. Run, little thaumaturge, run. The Lord of Crags, Great Father Titan, has fallen. Damn straight. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine. Ratatin, my curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Ratatin, I guess, yeah. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remain to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronzelake. Agreed? Mm-hmm. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. Alright, some more increases in our mount speed in upper and outer Lanaska. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the minion's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Anne. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, back to Rashet Ricky and Limsa. Let them know mission accomplished. Oops. Thank you for coming, Anne. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the warriors of light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Limsa are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Anne, this is Minfilia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogmoro unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Return to the Waking Sands. Right, let's see here. Use one of our handy dandy Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets. Let's see what else is unlocked here. Trauma Queen, a level 50. You know, we're almost at 50, aren't we? We'll go ahead and accept it for now. We can finish it later. Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy, was it worth it. The calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, an ancient temple of Ashen. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. I just went in looking for the treasure, me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. There were gold-framed mirrors bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves draped in chains of pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite, like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that now, would you? Tell you what. Go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Charazi, used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. Alright, well next time we're over there, maybe we'll do that. Uh-oh. Well, this doesn't look good. Oh, not Neuraxia, too. This one is glad. Walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave! Bring the prisoners.
Brutal. Walking one Minfilia asked this one to... In case Walking One returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones, Forgive this one. Save. Okay, let's see. We need to seek shelter at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Alright. Let's see, that's over in Drybone then. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Oh yeah, the key phrase for Wild Rose. Let's try some of these other ones. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Close your eyes and look within. Acknowledge your misdeeds and your regrets. Pray, endeavor to atone with an earnest heart, and you shall surely find salvation, my child. Curse my enemies, Father. Call down divine vengeance upon those who butchered my friends. The crimes of which you speak are grave, yet I cannot do that which you ask of me. Be assured, however, that the gods see all. If you would ask them for anything, let it be justice and not vengeance. Okay, fair enough. The wild roses are dead, Father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Menphilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Mm-hmm. Oh, bottle of wine sitting there on the bench, on the pew. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Menphilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marcus, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marcus. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marcus is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marcus, I want you to look after Anne. Do you understand? Yes, Father. see, let's check out our profile here. We've got a couple titles for gathering, it looks like. Skill Seeker of Bounty from Tales of the Land. Level 35. You can't take it with you. Marcus has a personal request to make of you. Excuse me, Anne, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. And let's talk to this traveling goldsmith. A bull-point chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Will this cover the cost? Falls, balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Have you brought the tools I requested? Yep. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands. My hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Anne. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Eluned. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good evening to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time? Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquess said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But, mayhap more importantly, how did Marcus manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Level 49 now. And a weapon coffer. Let's see. Yeah, nothing there. I recognize you now, Anne. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. And speak with a merchant outside the Waking Sands. Yeah, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here afore? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Any road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. Yuck. And welcome to the stream. We're gathering bodies here. There was an incident at the Waking Sands here, and Minfilia got kidnapped, and the Empire basically slaughtered everybody inside. We're taking refuge out around Camp Drybone, and we've come to take care of the remaining corpses here. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then? Yeah, I reckon not. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in doing so, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? I've got some bad news for you, Comuxio. Neuraxia! But this one does not understand. Comuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Well, it's like this. Neuraxia? How did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuraxia. Neuraxia went to Thanalin at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Ah, poor Neuraxia. We thank you for your service to the Church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Anne. Let's see, nothing we need here. Let's see, the next quest is inside. I'm not imagining it, Anne. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me? Please? It will only take a moment. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliud must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? Even though he's standing right there and he should be able to hear all this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Okay, did you hear that, Iliad? Do I have to really repeat this to you? Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marcus was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you?
And wine bottles on the floor, on the pew, and up at the altar. Boy, all over the place.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Cool.
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Ta-da!
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
Mount speed in Eastern Thanalan has increased. Alright, well, good. Level 36. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Anne, you wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as The Final Flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like The Great Gubu wall of Ul'dah. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray, look after yourself and Sid, Anne. So we need to head to Falgord Float to carry on this quest. What we'll do first, we will try knocking out our Black Mage. I think we've got a level 35 Black Mage. Yep. Quest that we need to do. And we might as well close off this Trauma Queen quest, assuming they'll let me finish it here. And then what I'll do is we'll finish up the stream after we get these done here. And while stream is offline, I'll go ahead and make sure I get the crafters and gatherers to at least level 35, so that in the next stream we'll do their quests, get them out of the way, and then continue on with the story. Also, while the stream is offline, I'm going to go ahead and do this Halatali. You'll recall maybe from the last stream that I was checking out my hunt log. We stepped into Halatali briefly to knock out the Doctors on our own, unsynced. And we're level 49 now. We might be able to get through this by ourselves. We'll give that a shot, and I'll record it and upload it to YouTube or something. But what I want to do is get this Grand Company hunt log finished up so I can rank up. I want to rank up myself in the Grand Company, so I have access to more things where that's concerned. You're one of Aline's, aren't you? That one's got a ghost in her attic, you know. Keeps sending other venturers to that damn place she calls a palace, thinking you're going to bring her feller back. 'Twas 7 of us that day, one of them her feller. My best friend was another. Soon as we walked in, a Tonberry attacked. It was dark and we couldn't get purchase on the floor, for 'twas covered in lake slime, then in blood. What more's there to say? Only Aline and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. Think I'd leave 'em behind, leave my brother by another blood. If I hadn't seen what the Tonberry left, I saw no treasure there, only death. I've said my piece. You still want to see for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there, for my adventuring days are over and I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they all live, you see, all 5 of them hiding from the Tonberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing. Then she got sly. Ah, poor lost Aline. And, oh, we could pick up a ring. Let's see, one that's got intelligence. There we go. Black pearl ring. That will unlock Wanderer's Palace. Can't use duty support for that one. We may need to go in there at some point. Let's see, so can I wear this ring here? Yeah, that'll replace the old ethereal Danburite ring. Alright, well let's go back to Ul'dah and pick up our next Black Mage quest. Keep that pace with the story. There's Lalai. What am I getting? I'm getting Blizzard 3. I sense the black mage within you has grown stronger, Anne. You have earned the right of my audience. I am pleased to see that you do not fear your newfound powers, but then, you adventurers wherever want to embrace the new. You are now ready to set forth on your journey, to find the keys required to seal the Void Gate. Hear me well, for mine are Master's own words, and his those of Naldthal himself. The next key requires the blood of sacrifice. Travel to the Sigoli Desert in southern Thanalan, slay what fiends emerge from the planar fissure there, and slake the land's thirst with their lifeblood. Once drunk, its essence shall be borne away upon the ethereal veins of the earth, and thence serve to notify our friends in the wastelands that the time has come. Complete the task before you, and the Black Mage testimony you carry will shine full with a new light. Light to envelop and absorb evil. Light to show you destruction and guide you to righteousness. This light is the key. Take it into you, where it will forever burn bright. That is all. Do you understand and accept what you must do? Alright, where is this fissure? Oh, south of Forgotten Springs. Head down there and get that done. Yeah, well, we'd have to dodge some folks if our level wasn't so overblown here. And we're done with that. Back to Lalai. It is done then, but the blackness you have awoken has yet to settle within you. Time is needed, Anne. Pray be patient. Continue to practice your mastery of the arcane, and come to me once more when the dark art is as much you as you it. Okay, Blizzard 3 deals ice damage. Yeah, there's Blizzard 1, 2, and 3. Grants Unbreakable Ice 3. Okay, that's a good place for it there. Alright, so we will end the stream here. Appreciate you stopping in and taking some time with us today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. And we'll see you next time. Take care. We'll be back doing this on Thursday.